It is without doubt that day by day, step by step, we are beginning to make real and lasting progress in the city of Johannesburg. It is important that our residents know where we are and where we are going as an administration. To meet our challenges, we are carving out a new strategy for the city of Johannesburg. The strategy aims to prioritize our residents' most pressing needs. It is a plan that no longer places the poor on the fringes of society, but one that places them at the heart of our agenda. We see economic growth, which creates jobs, as the central enabler for realizing opportunities for all. It is a irrefutable truth that people with the means improve their circumstances more effectively than any government has ever proven capable of doing, because people with the dignity of work reduces the pressure on housing backlogs, clinics, and free basic services, allowing the city to focus more resources on a small number of people. Our approach for housing is going to see a shift in direction. I have long adopted the view that the city's historical approach of building 2,500 to 3,500 houses per year in the face of such enormous backlog was simply embracing failure. This administration is going to be developing a progressive focus on the approach of site and service. This involves the provision of fully serviced plots of land onto which beneficiaries can be settled. These beneficiaries would bear the responsibility to build their own homes on top of the service sites, allowing us to provide solutions to many more people than have historically benefited from RDP houses. Over the years, the Johannesburg inner city has suffered from gross neglect, with crime, drugs, and filth becoming commonplace. This has resulted in the flight of capital to areas such as Sandton, Rosebank, and Midrand. Historic buildings have been abandoned or hijacked. Debt has piled up, and crime has spiraled almost out of control. The revitalization of our inner city is pivotal in our quest to unleash Johannesburg economic potential and realize our target of a 5% economic growth by 2021. Our vision for the inner city is to make it the inclusive, modern, and diverse heartbeat of Johannesburg. It is the poor that have suffered the most as a result of the inner city's decay. I was stirred to action after reading a publication called Kids Chronicle. A grade 6 learner wrote, and I quote, "The inner city has got deep secrets. It stinks in there because toilets are not clean, there are mice and rats, and there are sometimes dead bodies," end quote. Most concerning was a learned exposure to people who are, quote, "inject themselves with drugs every morning when I go to school," end quote. No one, and especially our youth, should be exposed to such trauma. We are close to completing our analysis of all cities-owned buildings with the intention of converting them into affordable, low-cost housing for our residents to accommodate workers closer to their places of work. These buildings will be converted into affordable commercial spaces for the benefit of small businesses and entrepreneurs. We allocated 290 million rands to JOSCO in our adjustment budget. This money will be used to purchase buildings in the inner city that will be refurbished and converted into low-cost rental stock that will house over 1,000 families. We allocated an additional 49 million rands to pick it up in a bid to clean up our inner city. This is through an additional cleaning shift in the inner city and within our informal settlements as well. Since entering office, we have doubled the cleaning shift of Pick It Up in the inner city, including a night shift to serve the businesses operating at night.